Hey there everyone, I figured I'd do a little behind the scenes video here on what I go through between every event for the cars that I let everybody run, how going through them, checking them, making sure everything's good, and getting them running. I figured I'd do a how-to video and and show you guys the process that I do. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let's get at it. All right, now what I do, all right, there's 16 racers, all right, and 12 of them I supply, all right. So that's 12 bandits I got to go through, and usually when Tony was here I'd go through his too, all right, but he hasn't been showing up lately. I don't know what's going on with him, but anyway, all right. So what I do is I'll go through, okay, there's bandit 1, bandit 2, bandit 3, 4, 13, 21, 24, 34, 0, 1, 35, and 12, and 9 that I do, all right. Them are my bandit, them numbers, okay. And what I'll do is I'll usually go from right down the line. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, then 9, and 12, 13, well, of course I'll do 01 before I do 1, but yeah, that's usually what I do. So we're going to start out with bandit number 01, which is Jonathan Billers, which is his General Lee bandit. That's why it's number 01. So we'll do that one first. Okay, as you can see, we got the General Lee one, the 01 car. See, 01 car. This is Biller's car. All right. Now, what I'll do is I'll take the body off. Always do that first thing. All right. Take off the body. All right. Set that off to the side. Now, here's what I'll do. I'll make sure everything electronically it's working fine. All right. I believe. So, turn the car on. Turn the controller on. Alright? Now, as you can see, steering is perfectly fine. Alright? Now, as for moving, nothing. It ain't going nowhere. Ain't doing nothing. So there's an issue with that. Alright? Which is in the rear end. Alright? If you look at the rear end, this is undone, all right, and then this, see how wobbly that is? There's something that loose in there. So we got to address the issues, and then I'm going to address the issue of why it don't go nowhere. Okay. So, here we go, addressing with the issues. First thing I'm going to do is address the issue with the sock tower, alright? Now, you don't have to do this in order to get it off, or to get the new sock fixed, but I like to take the tire off. I mean, even though I can sit there and I can go in right here to get to it, alright? But I still like to get the tires off, just for maintenance purposes, to see if there's any, thing wrapped up in there and anything anyway. So what I will be doing, take that nut off, set that off to the side, and that the tire's off. I always that's popping out a little bit, wear down. Hold on, let me see if I can pop it back in without having to. Yeah, I don't know why it's out like that. It's a completely different problem right there. Alright, I'm going to have the other wheel off. See what you got going on over here. Okay, so This side's fine. But this side is sticking out. I don't know why. So, I'll try something here. God damn. Get this pin out. And I'll take this pin out, because that seems a little loose too for some reason. I don't know why, but it does. This one for some reason though. I may have to replace that, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Let me see here. Maybe pop that back in or not. Probably not. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So what I'm going to have to do, they're all sock. These wheel bearings are sock. These knuckles, see? Yeah, see, they're wore. Wore right out. So what do I have to do? Get some new bearings in here. Get some new knuckles. Not just the bearings, I can get those. So, all right. Well, let me address these issues, and then I will get back at you. Okay, well, the power problem, I just had to reprogram back to the controller, which is easy to do. On an XL5 controller, you hold the easy set button down, hold it, you gotta make sure your controller's on first. Hold your easy set button down, all right, until the light turns red, then you let go. And then you squeeze the trigger back and hold it back for, until it blinks red twice. And then you quickly push the trigger forward for reverse and hold it there until it goes green. So now, see that? Perfectly running car. But now, I gotta fix the bearings in it. I gotta hook up the, my dog's barking. I gotta hook up that sock. And probably why this wheel was so loose is because of that damn bearing. So, alright, let me get them done. Alright, now, if I put the body back on, let's double check that this thing's working. Turn on the car, alright? Everything's lit up, even the transponder. Turn on the controller, alright? So, steering, forward, reverse. Everything works on it. So now, the 001 General Lee, which is Biller's car, is ready to go for a Week 10 event. Now, when I come back, you will see if everything's still good on the number 1 car, which is the Gritmobile. That's mine. Alright. Now, like I said, we got the number 01 Bandit, which is the General Lee Bandit, cleared, ready to go for this weekend's race. Now, it's time for the number 1 Bandit, which is mine, which is the Gritmobile. Alright? Gritmobile, the Lions. Number 1. Alright? Like always, you always start with taking off the body, get to the innards. Alright? Look at that. See that? Lions. Haha, Grit don't quit. Alright. So, now, until we run on a muddy, dirty track, still got my battery hooked up. My battery's pretty much dead for this thing, so I'm going to wait. I'm hoping that it'll run alright for me. Alright? To test it, turn it on. Turn my controller on. Steering's good. Alright, everything's good on it. Nothing wrong with nothing. Just go over, double check. Nothing's bent out, I'll say. Struts are still pretty smooth. Alright, everything's still clean, decent. Nothing's wobbly, broken. Everything's still pretty loose. Alright, that one's good. I ain't gotta do nothing to that one. So, next up will be Bandit number 2, which is Tim Littlefield's car. Here's our third car to try and fix. Alright, this is Bandit number 2. Now the first 2 cars that I did were custom jobs, you know, the General Lee and the Gritmobile. This is how it came with this green body. Now car number 2, which is Tim Littlefield, plus Brenna Giddings' car, which is car number 12, both have the same color scheme. So this does have the green arms to help tell them the difference. Now the problem with this one is, I guess last Saturday in our last race meet, he didn't have no power for it. So I'm going to address that issue. Plus, I'm going to have to tighten this bolt right here up, this nut right here up, because it's sticking out a little bit. So, but I think that's the only real issues, because that's fine. Well, that might be a little, might have to, that's kind of a bent a little bit. I might have to fix that. But yeah, these are fine. A little stiff, but they're fine. So let me fix this, which is, you know, easy, but you see how there's dirt in it? You got to get that dirt out of there first. So this I'm going to show you what I do with. Let me find my little pick if I can. Anyway, here's a little file thing, but I can use that. Pick the dirt out of it, all right, if you can get to it. There's all the dirt in it. All right, that's out. And I'll grab one of my, now this little tool set I got off Amazon. It's actually a Tamiya craft tools, because I used to run a lot of Tamiya with the grasshoppers and hornets, but it works just as good for Traxxas. All right, it's not a very expensive tool kit either. All right, no, too small. All right, so let's go up a size here. Let's just hope it was too small and not stripped. There we go. All right, there we go. See, that's an easy fix. All right, nothing to it. Okay. Now, take the body off it. Here we go. Boom. All right. Now, well, for one, I don't know why that's not sticking up there. This has got to have a antenna on it. That's supposed to be going up an antenna. So, what I would do, I have antennas right here. I will grab an antenna. Let me go with, now it's kind of a green car. I'll go with the green antenna. All right. And I'll go with a black tip. All right. Let me stick this antenna on here real quick. And then we will see if it's got power or not. All right. Run the antenna through there. Nothing to it. All right. Well, a bit longer than what we wanted it to be, though. Normally that's not sticking out, but that's fine. But we know it's linked long enough. Get that in there good and tight. All right. Take the tip right here, the little black tip of it. Tip to go over the end of it to keep dirt and sit out of it, and maybe stick that on there. Get that on there good, and there we go. Voila. All right. Now let's turn this sucker on. Okay, that's got power. This has got to be redone though, because the thing's coming off. There's a little transponder, and that's over top of it, and I can't be doing that. All right, turn that on. Let's see if we got everything there. Steering's decent. It's low. That's good. All right, now let's see. We got to grease it a little bit. It's that side, so I'll have to check into why it's squealing like that. It might be a bad bearing. So I'll take them tires off and I'll check them out. So get in. Let me see what I can do. Come on. Get your ball, let's go. You coming in or what? Okay. I tried both tires. They're good. All right. There's nothing, you know, they're the what do you want to call them? Bearings that are all good. So what I'm going to try now is I'm going to take off the transmission cover, all right, which is only 2 bolts, there and there, and I'm going to see if maybe this is maybe a little loose or something in there, maybe it's squealing, the pinion gear's loose or something, all right. So take this one off. Oh, shit. Excuse my language. Sometimes that happens. Alright, trying to hold that up and do this is just a little bit harder. So, let me just get this out of here. Right. Alright, there we go. They're out. That's done. Alright. So, now, everything looks good and tight. Everything runs pretty smoothly. But let's see what we got going here. Let's turn on the car. Turn on the controller. Alright. Might be something deeper inside there making that noise. I don't really feel like getting into all that right now. So maybe what I'll do is spray a little bit of lithium grease in there maybe. Just to see if I can loosen, you know, whatever's tight in there. If that don't work, well, you know, I'll deal with it after the season's over. Because I got so many cars to go through, I ain't got time to tear that apart. Especially being a short week, because we had to back up our last event to where it's a back-to-back weeks instead of every 2 weeks. So that made it a little tighter for me, a little harder. So, like I said, I'll spray a little bit of lithium grease in there. Hope that works. If not, then it'll squeal, but it runs fine. So, all right, we get her back together. Okay, now that we got Bandit number 01, which is the General Lee Bandit, Bandit number 1, which is the Gritmobile, Bandit number 2, which is Tim Littlefield's, we are now going to move on to Bandit number 3, which is Randy Giddings' car. Alright, now I don't remember what she said was wrong with hers, but we're going to have to go through it, find out something. She said it wasn't working right or something. So we'll start out with, like always, alright, take off the body. I love that body. That's a pretty cool body, don't you think? I didn't do it, you know, it came like that, you know, but I thought it was a pretty slick ass body. Alright, I like that look. Now, let's plug in her battery, turn her on, well, maybe. Turn her on, okay, lights on, lights on. Turn on the controller. Alright, now let's see. I don't know what she said was wrong with hers because the sucker's running fine, man. Is that with hers? Let me see if I put it down. Alright. Reverse. Forward. So I don't know what she thought was wrong with hers, but hers is running fine now. Literally nothing wrong with it. So, there we go. That one was a simple fix too. Okay. Now, so number 01, the General Lee, which is John Billers. His is working fine. Number 1, the Gritmobile, which is mine. That's working fine. Number 2, the Tim Littlefield's Bandit. That one's working fine. And number 3, Randy Giddings' Bandit is working fine. Now, to get to one of my favorite ones. This one I got off Amazon, or I mean off eBay from a guy. Alright, I won it off eBay. It's actually an old school kind of Bandit. The body, look at this body, okay? Look at this thing. It's old school. There's no wing or nothing. You know, it's all one piece now. So, now this is Bandit number 4. It's Tiff Star's Bandit. and it's the Spidey buggy. Love it. I love this car. All right. I can't remember if there's anything wrong with it or not, but I don't think there was. But like I said, I go through every vehicle. I make sure everything works on it. So make sure everything's still tight together. You know, this one's got a little bit of looseness right there on that front thing. They tend, when they go up and down, they tend to loosen up a little bit. And that one looks like it's just a little loose. All right, but socks are all solid. So let me take the body off here. Make sure everything works on her. Oh, that fell off. That wasn't supposed to do that. But not a biggie. Just stick that back in the hole there. All right. Plug in the battery. Turn on the car. Turn on the controller. Put the body up here so it's out of the way. Okay, it's going all the way. It's got a good turn. Now, forward and stop. Reverse and stop. Nothing wrong with it. That's a good car. So that's another easy fix, which is good news. I like easy fixes. Nothing wrong with them. All right. So let me put the body back on it. Put it back up, and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, now the next one up is my wife Lori's Bandit, which is, you would think, number 5, right? No, we get a little out of order here. Number 9. All right. So now let's take this off. Another one of them cool bodies. Love that body. All right. Now, there is one problem I have with it. Okay, when you set her down, look at how much she drops. She almost touches the ground. There's not much clearance. I can barely get my hand under there because of how heavy this rear end is. That's all, you know. I'm gonna have to stiffen up them socks. I'm gonna have to do that. So that's the problem I gotta fix, is stiffening the socks. But let's see, make sure everything else runs fine on it. All right. I think this. But yeah, see, the socks are good. It's just so much weight that's on the back. Yeah, socks are all good. There's just so much weight in the rear end, because when you put it down, watch how much that sucker droops. Okay, it's supposed to be like that. Instead it's like that. And that ain't supposed to do that. So, that will be addressed. But plug her in. Turn that on. I know that's kind of a weird noise from the steering system. Alright. Now, turn this on. I think that servo is about ahead, and it works, but pretty much had it. Might have to change up that servo. Might be the fact. Oh, I see what it is. Yeah, it's the arm. If you can, I don't know if you can see in there. You see the kind of servo arm, the connection I got in that sucker. All right, I don't know how well you can see it with the wheel. All right. Right there, right? It's hitting on the top when I turn it. And it turns, but it's hitting on that top. So I might have to find a different servo connection to put on there. But anyway, okay, well, that will be addressed. Now let's check the. Man, that sucker's fast. Whew. That's some sucker's got some balls, don't she? All right. Anyway, so there's that. So I'm going to address stiffening up these socks, and then I'm going to see if I got a different part to put on that servo. If not, it's just going to have to stay like that for right now. But I think I might have a different arm I can put on there instead of that big fat wheel. So, all right, I'm going to address them problems. Be right back. Okay, now here's what I'm doing to see how this works. This is the original sock I took off in this sucker, okay? See, it's got a lot of play, all right? Now the socks I'm going to put on there are these ones, all right? They got more resistance, all right? But I'm putting spacers, 3 spacers in that sucker to stiffen it, all right? See, now it's really got resistance. So hopefully that'll hold that rear end up. So I'm gonna put them on, and let's hope that that does like I'm hoping. I also put fresh sock oil in it too, so that helps a lot. Alright, now as you can tell on this one, it also had a leak, a seal leak on it. See all the residue and oil on it? So that sock was bad anyway. So that one, probably I'll put it in with the rest, but to see what I can salvage off it. But yeah, it's got it had the seal was leaking. There's oil all over it. So, all right. Okay. Another thing that was wrong, I took her wheel off, and this had come apart. So I got to pop this back on. That's another reason. That was one of her issues. So, all right. Okay, you take stuff apart, you just find more and more problems sometimes. Well, that definitely solved the rear end problem. See that? You know, still got a good bounce to her, but she sits up higher. That fixed that problem. Now, on to the steering issue. Now, to get the steering thing out, I don't have to take everything apart. All I do is take the 1, 2, 3, 4 screws off the top, lift that up, and then take the screw out of the part that goes into the servo, take that off, take the steering arm off the servo connector. That's it. And then there's a servo connector. You don't have to take a whole bunch of stuff apart. All right. That's all. This is, see how big that sucker is compared to how normally. I'm going to see if I got something smaller so it's not hitting on the, rubbing on the bottom or anything like this one was. So, all right. Okay. Now, I wound up replacing the entire servo actually. Not just the servo arm like I thought I was going to have to. Well, let's see what happens. Plug her in, turn her on. Turn this on. I have to adjust my steering though. I hate this one, is so bright. Steering trim right here. Still ain't got much steering. I don't know why. I put a better servo in it. Oh, there we go. A little bit better. We're doing left turns anyway, not right this week, but yeah. Just cover on these stupid things. Let me get these lights. Let me see here. None. Hit the wrong thing. My bad. Don't do that. All right. Got left, right, kind, yeah. It'll turn. Alright. Not the greatest, but they said I'll play with that some more later, but the sock part's done. Forward. Reverse. Alright. Main to main. We got left turns this week. It goes left without a problem. So, alright. We'll call that one soft for right now. Alright, now on to bandit number 12. Like I said, looks just like bandit number 2, which is Tim Littlefield. Different tires though. Got just the one that's got the knobbies on it, and it's got it all the way around. Alright. I don't think there's anything wrong with her car. Looks like I gotta put a new antenna on it. The antenna's gone. But let's see what we got going here. definitely put a new antenna on it. A little one on there though, because it's not going to be able to go very high anyway. There we go. Let's get the easy stuff done first. That's the way I look at it. Alright. The easy stuff that you know is done, gotta be done. Then you move on to more complicated stuff, get that done, you know. Alright, now this is also the first Bandit that has a Traxxas setup in it, or it's Maya setup. Alright, well, they didn't turn off the damn thing, did they? Alright, so plug that in. We will turn it on, turn on the controller. Oh yes, he turns fine, no problem. Alright. Battery's about dead, that's probably why it's... Well, the reverse is quite... So let's do this. Sauce! Faster in reverse than forward, so let me but it works. I'm gonna let my dog in real quick. He's being a butt. Come on. Alright, this is something I don't normally condone doing, but what I'm gonna do is I didn't turn that off, my bad. Alright, I'm gonna reverse pull these suckers. I wonder if that's what I did to begin with. Let me make sure I didn't do that to begin with. Just reverse pull them here. That's red, that's red. Hook them back up. But for some reason it's like it's going faster in reverse than forward. I don't understand that. Sometimes the motors might be messed up in the way they come from a factory. So, alright, now turn that back on, turn this back on. Okay, so we'll try this. This is something I don't condone very much. Okay, I am going to cross wire the motor just to see, because sometimes to do it, I'll freaking have them either especially the ESC. Sometimes them suckers will be backwards because when they come from the factory, sometimes the motors will, but more than likely it's the ESC that's got the wires backwards on it. You know what I'm saying? The negative and positive wires. Where the hell's the hole? There it is. Alright. So I'm married. Had a hard time finding the hole there. Okay. Okay, now try that. Let's try that out. Turn it back on. Turn that back on. Now let's reverse that. There we go. That's what it was. They probably sent that ESC backwards. Whoever made it in the factory put the wires on backwards. But she's good to go now, so. Alright. Now we're down to Bandit number 13, which is my oldest daughter, Caitlin's car. You can tell we're a Michigan family, and we live in Michigan. I had the number 1, which was the Gritmobile for the Detroit Lions. This is number 13, my daughter's, for the Tigers. Alright, now take the top off this. And yes, my next design is going to be a Red Wings one. I always had a Red Wings one for my Hornets and that. And I got to do a Pistons one. My next 2. I'll have them for next season. Alright, now plug in the battery, turn it on, turn on the controller. Nice and quiet, nothing wrong with it. Oh yeah, forward, reverse, nothing wrong, nothing. Socks, yep. Now, this is a brand new car though, so pretty much. No. Alright, here we go. that was another easy fix. Nothing was wrong with her. So now we'll move on to the next one. All right. Now we are on to Vicky Gotzenhauer's car, which is number 21. Pretty purple one. That's it. All right. Okay. Number 21. Beautiful. All right. So now take the body off. Can't remember what she said was wrong with hers. I know one thing though. Look at how that thing sits. I don't want to. I got to replace that sock. That sock sticks. See? This one's fine, but this one sticks. So I got to replace that sock. All right. Let's see if there's anything else going on with it. Well, this has definitely got to be held down again. That came off. So I have to fix that, remount it. Let's plug her in. Yep. Then turn the damn ESC off. So now, all right, steering is good. Motor's, all right, everything's good on it.
Nice.
Okay, everything's good on it. So I just got to replace that strut on there because it's too tight. Something else I want to point out that I noticed. The head of this sucker supposed to have don't have a screw in. It's got snap ring. Snap ring's like all broke right off. That's going through, so I'm gonna have to replace that too. That's got to be replaced, and then I got to replace that sock. It's all on this one side. So, all right, I'm gonna get to it. Now, if you look real closely, see it's how that shaft right there is bent. That's why when it goes in, don't always want to. You got it worked out a little bit, but it don't want to come out as fast as well because it's got that bend to it. Now, I'm going to have to take apart another one to do it because I don't have another whole sock. Unless I put something like these on there, but these are, I don't want to, but them are Hornet socks. Maya. So, alright, but that's the problem. It's got that bent shaft in it. So I'm going to be repairing. Alright. Now, change the sock. Give it a little bit more stiffness to it. The rear end's good now. So now, all I got to do is fix that part in the front end and secure the ESC on the body and on the chassis and put the body back on and we should be good to go. Okay, the back sock's fixed. Got a new screw in there. Secure that down. Now, let's see. All right. There you go. Let's get going, man. She moves. All right. There we go. Another one is done and ready to go. Okay. Well, we are down to the final two cars to fix. This one, that is weirdly on the wrong side. Just notice that. That's okay, but anyway. This is number 34, Paul Wormlight's car. Alright, I don't think he had any issues with it. Well, like I said, we're going to double check, make sure everything's good on it. Take off the body. Alright, well, the antenna, yeah, I could tell the antenna had to be replaced. So, let's do that real quick. Easy fix. Okay, there we go. Now, let's plug her in, and once again they left it on. Can't be doing that. You got to turn off the ESC first and then unplug the sucker. That's like the third one that come up, third or fourth one that come across. All right, steering not a problem. Forward, brake, reverse, brake, no problem. All right, now we know that's all good. Let's see. Their suspension seems not wanting to come back up. I don't understand that. Might have to put some new fluid in that. Work that in. But front's good. The rear's sticking though. So I'm gonna have to address the problem with that. But as for running wise, the run's fine. Alright. Okay. Unfortunately, and that other one for pause. Alright, I tried to stiffen the socks up a little bit more by putting some more spacers in there. Which was not as bad, but these socks are bad. I ain't got no other rear ones. I'm going to have to order some rear ones. Hope the hell they're here by Saturday. I mean, if not, you still got a good running vehicle. It's just when they're just going to squat down and not come back up. It might not be a bad thing. So the last car I got to check is this one, number 35, which is Heather Potts Wormwood. It's Wormy. It's Paul's wife. All right, she's got the Sonic. Or not Sonic. Sorry, Stitch. Bandit. All right. So let's go ahead, plug her in, turn her on. Steering's good. Forward is good. Reverse. Forward. Reverse. Right. All right. She's good to go. Your socks come up a little slow, but yeah, I think she'll be all right. I might have to get set for that too. Yours is a little slow coming up, but they're still good. These ones are still good. So I had to order a couple sets of socks, rear socks, but other than that, hell, they're all good. That's all of them. They're all good to go, and they're all ready for this weekend. So now as for the other competitors whose cars I don't deal with, that's on them. But that's what I do, you know, and it takes a lot longer than this video sold for me to get this. If this was a good, 4 or 5 hour thing I just did. So, but, it sometimes it takes time. You got to go through stuff. Now, next time, my next video before our next event, which is our 10th event, and our last event of the regular season, I'm going to take you through and walk you through what it takes to get everything set up and ready for a day's racing. Right? I will talk to everybody later. Remember, so subscribe and hit the notifications button and hit that like button.